Hey, what's going on, Never Submit Podcast? How's it going? This is your host, Josh. So I was gonna put this little thing together today and pretty much talk about the return of Goldberg, the undefeated Monday Nitro superstar. Of course, before the cattle prod took place between him and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash and all that good stuff. But yeah, like Goldberg said on Raw, it's been 12 years. Even Michael Cole made the reference as well. 12 years since he made since the last time he was on Raw or on a WWE program, and the last match he had and on WWE program was against Brock Lesnar of all people, and that's who he's gonna face this coming Survivor Series, which is next month in the month of November. Survivor Series, it looks like it's been signed. It is Brock Lesnar, the Conqueror, the next best thing versus Goldberg. And honestly, for myself, I mean, I'm okay with the card. My only thing is, I kind of wish Goldberg would do another feud or program with somebody else before Brock. I've seen a lot of statements online, a lot of commentary from other people, a lot of comments where people say like this should be WrestleMania, this should not be Survivor Series, and I totally agree. I mean, I definitely think this should be WrestleMania. This should not be Survivor Series. I think Goldberg should come in and do a card against somebody else. To be honest with you, I think he should like face Chris Jericho. I think that would be great. Him and Jericho have a past, between WCW and the WWE. But they faced each other at a WWE pay per view. I think it was Fully Loaded in 2003. But I think whenever someone comes in, Jericho seems to be the guy that someone will face, and pretty much he knows how to make someone look like $1 million. And so that would be kind of neat. It's kind of like when The Rock first came back, and he had that feud with John Cena, and they did a tag match in Survivor Series against Truth and The Miz. That was pretty cool because they were really building that up going into WrestleMania, and they could do tag opponents becoming a tag team is not uncommon. From the Mega Powers, which was Macho Man and Hogan, to Hogan and Warrior, they tagged on Saturday Night's Main Event before WrestleMania 6. So it's very common. Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, I think they even tagged at one point before their WrestleMania bout at WrestleMania 12. So it's very common that guys will tag before their big match. So I think it's a really good opportunity for that to manifest into WrestleMania. From Survivor Series to Rumble to WrestleMania. But regardless of that, it's Survivor Series. It's not WrestleMania. It's Survivor Series. So um, overall, I mean, it was a pretty cool return. Goldberg got a huge ovation from the crowd when he did come out on Raw. Did his little speech about how he was away for so long. He was happy to be back. He seemed to get really emotional when he came back, and talking with the crowd and so forth. So it was a really neat return. Um, and and like I said before, I'm not too shocked that it's Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar for this type of bout. Brock Lesnar, in real life, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg are very good pals. They're really good buddies. Um, Brock or Goldberg also, he's still in pretty good shape. I know he was wearing that jacket, but he's still in pretty good shape. He was on the Stone Cold podcast about a month or two ago, talking about how he still trains. He trains with a lot of military people. He practiced Muay Thai martial arts. He's at the gym a lot with him and his kid. So he keeps in shape. So now, going into the match itself between Brock and Goldberg, you could definitely guarantee that this is going to be a blow for blow type of a match. It's going to be WWE, but it's going to definitely have some real solid contact with the punches, kicks, whatever they're going to use. It's definitely going to be UFC look and style. of a match, so it's not going to be, like like the last match where it was just like two powerhouses of guys trying to toss each other around with, when they're locking up and trying to go for a suplex or a body slam, and these two mountain-sized dudes. No, this match is definitely going to be MMA style, UFC style, and it's gonna, Brock is gonna go for those jabs. Goldberg is gonna go for those jabs. Goldberg, seems to know a thing or two about submissions. Brock is he's a larger than life athlete. The guy is just incredible. The way he can transition from WWE to UFC and back and forth. So the guy's just, he's an athletic specimen. He's that great. Goldberg, so he'll definitely carry his own in this match. But yeah, it'll definitely be that kind of a match. It'll definitely be, that goal, that blow for blow and jab for jab type of match. So I guess I am definitely looking forward to it. It's right around the corner. As I mentioned before, I do think they should have definitely thrown a little bit more at Goldberg to prolong his WWE stay. As much before, my vote would have been Jericho or Evans. By all means, like I said before, not Evans and Jericho. I'm sorry, Kevin Owens, not Evans. I'm sorry, Kevin Owens and Jericho doing a card between those two guys, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. By all means, like nobody has to get pinned, and nobody has to do a favor or do a job, whatever the case may be. It just builds up the storyline between Brock and Goldberg. That's all. That's all it is. And they could both go into the Rumble, and you could tease them in the Rumble where they're gonna face each other and stuff like that. And yeah, then they go into WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar's gonna stick around because he signed a new agreement. But Goldberg can definitely, take his ball and go home. He did his duties. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this pans out. I'm definitely really interested on it. And then, yeah, besides Goldberg, of course, really quick on some TNA news. TNA seems to be in financial peril again. I just posted in the Never Submit Facebook site. I'm actually going to bring that up right now, very quickly. TNA seems to be in trouble again because let me see if I can find the link. Give me one hot second here. Because you guys probably are aware that Billy Corgan has filed a suit against TNA over probably financial reasons and contract reasons. I'm sure. Now there's a company called Bank Direct Capital Finance LLC. I'm assuming that this is probably a bank that probably finances productions and stuff like that, which I'm definitely familiar with out of Los Angeles. There's an article right here, and I posted it once again on the Never Submit Facebook site, that they're filing a lawsuit against TNA as well. So these guys are in hot water, and I'm not too surprised. I think going a few years back, when I heard that story that Ric Flair was working with TNA and he literally just walked out of the company because they stiffed him on a payday or two, and he made a big stink about it online and some other podcasts and stuff like that. That was like the number one sign. And then when they lost their deal with Spike, and then when Hogan left, when AJ Styles left, Sting left, I mean, it was like you lost all your top players. You lost all your top players. And then even your up-and-comers that are big stars like Bobby Roode, and it's like you lost everybody. And of course, I know they brought in Damon Sandow. I forget what he's called in TNA, but he's in there now. But it doesn't make much of a difference because they don't know how to capitalize on signing a new star that used to be with WWE. So pretty much, yeah. Right now, they're not in really good shape. So hopefully they know how to capitalize, and hopefully they can get themselves a little bit better on the whole situation. But right now, TNA is not looking good. They are getting lawsuits left and right. WWE has dealt with lawsuits in many different fashions. Vince has been sued a lot of times. Of course, the biggest one was probably the United States, government coming after him over the whole steroid scandal in the early '90s. But There's other guys, like Warrior sued Vince for many, many years. So there was also lawsuits between him and Ted Turner. So Vince is no stranger to these things, but he's in a whole other ball game than TNA. I mean, he's a juggernaut. He is a big empire of a company. TNA had a potential to be something of that sort, but they dropped the ball a long time ago. And Dixie Carter, God bless her. I hear a lot of good things about her in other interviews. Like Kurt Angle says nothing but good things about her, Jeff Jarrett. But there's one thing about being a nice person versus actually being a good business person. And she doesn't sound like she's a very good business person. Um, Hell, man, just look up Jim Cornette, what he says about her, and he just rips her a new one. So, I mean, obviously, she doesn't quite sound like she knows what she's doing, unfortunately, and that's why this whole thing is falling apart. Billy Corgan, I don't think Billy Corgan was probably the best choice to take over a wrestling company. I know he's a big fan. I know he was part of a lot of indies in Chicago because I've heard that in the past, throughout the Midwest. But I don't, if this was the '90s, when Smashing Pumpkins were, really in their heyday, maybe, but let's look at this scenario. Wrestling, as Vince McMahon would say, wrestling is fan favorite, right? You put on the show for the fans. You give the fans what they want. Billy Corgan, when he puts on a Smashing Pumpkins song or a show, he doesn't really play the hits. He plays the songs he wants to play, which is usually the new stuff, which is fine. But you also want to play the hits. He doesn't play a lot of the hits. So the same thing goes with wrestling. You want to give the fans what they want to see. So, he's probably not the best option. But you know what? It's my opinion. I could be totally wrong on it, but look at the way they are financially. And as mentioned, Billy Corgan is filing the suit, and so is that Bank Capital company as well. So that's going to wrap it up for this Never Smith podcast really quick. I just want to talk really quick about Goldberg and the TNA financial situation. Raw is tomorrow, and then SmackDown Live right around the corner. But then I'll look into a few more things. But I'm thinking I'm going to wait until Survivor Series comes around the corner. Then I'll do another update, of wrestling by that point. But there'll be some more movie news coming up as well, and we'll do some more podcasting. And so definitely thank you everybody that's staying with us. Right now it's with lot of changes with Never Submit podcast, but we're definitely here, and we thank you, for everyone that's sticking with us. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
Very unnerving experience. And Goldberg has tasted his own blood at the hands of Triple H several times in recent weeks. Triple H lucky to get out of the elimination chamber. Oh, no. A month ago, and now. Triple H sending Goldberg right through the referee. Oh, that low blow. Oh, no. That low blow will change the complexion of any ball game. And the DDT doesn't help matters. The low blow downstairs and the DDT upstairs. But no referee. And that may have backfired on Triple H. Triple H is talking some more trash to Goldberg. Triple H plays every mind game that there is. He won't miss a trick. Oh, man. Goldberg missed the roundhouse. If that roundhouse had it connected, that would have knocked Triple H going to pedigree. Triple H's head off. Look at the pedigree. And Triple H backdropped all the way to the floor. Good grief. Goldberg reaching down in his guts and using that inane power to backdrop Triple H all the way from the ring. How convenient. And the referee is down, and he'll lose the title if the referee sees this. That sledgehammer conveniently under the ring, but there's no referee. No! Right in the jaw. Right in the jaw. Goldberg's down. It's like getting kicked by a mule. It's like a Mike Tyson right hand. Look at this. Good God, right on the jaw, King. I don't believe it, but Goldberg is actually back to feet. Fear. Triple H taking a great chance of being caught with a sledgehammer. Goldberg getting rid of the evidence. But Goldberg hit the spear, ladies and gentlemen, on a bloody world's heavyweight champion.
How is Goldberg back to his feet after being slugged in the chops with that sledgehammer?
He's a damned animal. Goldberg is an animal. There's nothing like Goldberg.
To finish Triple H off right now.
Front face lock by Goldberg on the bloody champion. Triple H is up. Will it be? Jackhammer! Jackhammer! The jackhammer! The hook! The count! It's over! Goldberg! Goldberg!
Here's your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, Goldberg!
I'll be damned! That bald-headed tough son of a bitch survived it! Sledgehammer and all!
That sign said it best. Finally, Triple H has been defeated. Can you believe it?
Goldberg put his professional life on the line for one chance to become the heavyweight champion of the world. And by God, he has done it. Goldberg has climbed to the top of the most elite mountain in our business and has defeated one of the greatest champions in our business to become the heavyweight champion of the world.
I can't believe it. Game over.
You mark it down. Sunday, September 21st, 2003, before a sellout crowd in over 150 countries, Bill Goldberg came to the state of Pennsylvania and is leaving the heavyweight champion of the world.
This I couldn't believe. Triple H, I'm sure, thought he had it won. Sledgehammer in hand, but out of nowhere, the spear, and then Goldberg with the final touches. Come on, Triple H. I still can't believe it. Look, 1, 2, 3.
The Triple H World Championship era, King has ended, and the Goldberg era, as being the man, has just begun.
What a night this has been. As you say, the end of, well, more than one era tonight, JR.
Thanks for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my friend the King, I'm Jim Ross. It's been a great ride. Congratulations, Goldberg, and goodbye, everybody.